was wrong. I was right. UCFC, they're not gonna change any of their bans, but still, it's gonna be a Open Ziggs and a Open J4, so they're gonna pick that up for themselves. Galio is still available. We could still be seeing a Corki. I mean, the Corki game in game number 1 was good, but that opens up Renekton. But Hover and Ezreal, are they gonna lock it in though? Are you really gonna lock it in? Are you okay, they did.
This is what I think. Ezreal is picked up because you're considering UCFC is now going for the poking composition. So you need to steal that away, and Team Secret has just done that. And now UCFC is hovering onto the Misfortune because I think this could be a substitute onto potentially going for that poking potential. But it's just a hover. We're going to lock in onto Darius because we still have that question mark and a mystery on what their 2 picks are. So now we're going for a Nami hover here because we want to get that early aggression to match up against an Ezreal level 1.
It made me think who could be the ADC for UCFC side, but Vi is still gonna be picked up by Cheb. Wait,
Here it is.
Okay, pentakill machine. Let's see if we're gonna be seeing another pentakill, but Vi will still be picked up by Trevor there. So, okay, it's still gonna be a support Galio. Vi will be placed at the jungle, and we're gonna stick to Vayne.
Yeah.
CC's though. Okay, to be fair, the only actual CC here to stop Katarina is the Cataclysm. Other than that, Tatsuri will just have to tank the damage. But you have Renekton, you have Galio now in the picture. So maybe there's more leeway for this Katarina.
Maybe he has, maybe he doesn't. We really don't know. I think on top of Jarvan 4, you still have Satchel Charge, you have Vayne with a knockback, you have Nami with a knockup. I think this is what Katarina needs to respect. But if he can burst down the enemy team, come into the team fight, wherein UCFC has another champion that they want to focus on, potentially even Ezreal in this game, I think there is a lot of potential for that Death Lotus could come through very, very smoothly for Team Secret to come down. And I think this is already expected. You know what? Team Secret has used Tatsuri with the Katarina in a very, very proficient manner in this day number 1 and even prior to the summer season, wherein both pentakills, one was on to the side of Tatsuri on Team Secret. So might be, right? I think the panel has touched up a little bit onto the pentakill Tatsuri Katarina a while ago.
That's true. So here we are jumping into game number 2. Again, UCFC up on 1 game, but that is going to be Nostro just saying hi, hello. Folks here, there at the mid lane. I guess they just want to get those damage and those EXP in. Azar at the front line, but of course Tatsuri will be the one to actually get the wave. So it's going to be a quiet early game, but still going to be a battle of the men down at the Dragon Lanes. You see how aggressive these 4 players are? But that is going to be a lot of pokes being popped there by Chewy. He needs to play it safe though against this Vayne. That is going to be the pull connecting Nasjo, being able to land a couple of combos here and there. Stuns has been landed by Azar. Ignite still available. Barrier still available. It's going to be a quiet early game for the Baron laners here.
Right, and I think that's just because of their composition, right? Into the bottom lane, you talked about the aggression of these 2 teams, and I think Team Secret has that potential because they have Chewy. Level 1, very, very strong because of the poking potential. UCFC has the same power because of Nami with the knockup. So I think these 2 champions really just have that early aggression up, but 2-man row for both teams into the mid lane.
Okay, it's going to be... I guess that's just Trevor trying to protect Tatsuri if he will be visited by Renzi. I mean, we saw the ganking from Renzi in game number 1. Now, let's meet Tatsuri landing at the level 4. See, that is going to be an explosive mindful being popped as well. Azar almost got taken down there, but Nasrio is still holding his ground. He does not know there is a Renzi at the side. He needs to play this one out safely. That is going to be the flag and Jack connecting, but that is going to be Azar being taken, and that is the first blood going over to UCFC. Still being secured by Renzi, but here comes Tatsuri jumping in, but Nasrio was able to flash his way out of there.
And now here's the thing. Azar died, yes. But on top of that disadvantage, they lost Flash and Ignite.
That is with the flag and jump connecting again. Tatsuri flashing in. He was able to jump to the side, but was not able to continue the combo. UCFC is just gonna jump back or go back to safety. Looking at Dragon Lane though, Demon Kite received damage there. Ultimate is not yet available for Chewy, but you have the Mystic Shot that is gonna be thrown out. Demon Kite down to the last bar of his health, and he alongside Hero will just jump through with the recall. No? Really? Well, Renzi is there. You have the Twitch Barrage being popped just to stop the recalls and point map again for these two teams.
True Shot Barrage came into the base, hit on Demon Kite. When that connected, he was half HP. He needs to go back to the fountain once again. Anyways, that was just a tad bit funny coming in. And I think that just bought teams to get a little bit more time. But regardless, they went in for the reset, right? Now Katarina has a Burning Geese. So when it comes to the prolonged fight, I think this will be a very devastating situation wherein when it comes to that Lotus, he will stack up an AP. Now, I think we need to look at how Renzi has been playing so far. He's just going to the bot side, he's going mid side, he's going top side because he wants to respond, and now he's going bot side.
He is everywhere, and that is going to be the kill going over to Demon Kite, connecting on the Cataclysm. Now here comes Tatsuri jumping in. You do have the Mega Inferno Bomb, but it's a tad bit too late because Dragon was taken out. His neck got cut by this Katarina, and Tatsuri being able to secure the first kill for Team Secret side. For Rift Herald and the first Dragon is going to be up in 12 seconds, so both teams are just going to be quiet. Hammers holding his ground at the Dragon lane. You have Nashu coming in with the pulse. Stun are going to come through. Azar is still pretty much alive, but no one, especially Trevor, will not be able to go to the top lane. Item check. Gold advantage, though, still going to be towards the side of Team Secret's ADC. And you also have the kites coming through from Chewy. They maybe pretty much like in game number 1, Team Secret, they just want to get the farm, get the gold, and then try to go crazy by the mid game.
Right, and now UCFC Esports is starting onto Cloud Dragon. They could utilize this onto Nasto and other members of the team. The Team Secret, though, is going for the contest.
Tidal Wave is going to come to that. It's going to be knocked away. It's going to connect onto. So now the red team was able to secure Cloud Dragon. Hammers will jump in, being able to connect the taunts, and that is going to be Nasio being bursted down. One champion already out from UCFC. Team Secret, they are going to go over to the Rift Herald, while some are just going to go with the recalls. Demon Kite was not able to kite anyone in that skirmish. Flashes has been used. Flash from Tetsuya and Hammers is still up though. While for UCFC side, you have Hero and Dragon, as well as Renzi's Flash available. Also Nasjo, actually.
Yeah, I think it was a bit worth it for UCFC because yes, they lost Nasjo in that team fight, but they secured the Cloud Dragon. And if you're looking at their draft composition, they could utilize this very well onto Demon Kite and Nasjo, because Nasjo is sort of frontliners and the movement speed really will complement him very, very well. And I think this is well the tradition why you have the fleeting footwork and why the Darius has sort of the face rush being implemented way back, because their movement speed is really just so much, and I think Cloud Dragon complements it very well. But now Team Secret though, getting the Rift Herald in their favor, so I think this was a good trade from them. They're acting actively against UCFC.
Person connecting onto Renekton, and Team Secret being able to push UCFC back. You have the lane switch because Chewy was alone at the Baron side. Nasjo, he does have ultimate that is going to be apparent connecting. But Chewy, well, it's an Ezreal. Was just able to arcane shift his way out of there and then continue with the recall.
Yeah, Arcane Shift, very, very mobile as a champion, very, very mobile of a skill for Ezreal to come back to safety. And I think that's just a good statement that Nasjo wants to deal with. You know what, Chewy, come into my lane. I am gonna punish you. And I think that is sort of how Darius want to play this out. Regardless, in this phase of the game, this is where laning phase comes through once again. Because two objectives are now gone. Rift Herald in favor for Team Secret, not been used thus far. UCFC has a Cloud Dragon, and they're probably just gonna farm into the lanes, bet some items in, because they want to scale up in power, especially towards Demon Kite, especially towards Dragon. They want that damage running. And for the side of the, Team Secret, you want Chewy to get the Maramune as soon as possible alongside with the Trinity Force. And Tatsuri wants the Infinity Orb and the Rabadon's Death Cap. So I think this is just a farming game for now in a couple of seconds and a couple of minutes until the Baron Asher comes up and the Infernal Dragon comes up.
Or until Renzi decides to gank your lane, because looks like he is on the hunt. But he does get hunted by Trevor, just few punches here and there. Renzi's fine. G4 is very tanky. The very least vision given for both teams, and now you have Demon Kite playing it safely under turret. Nasjo not leaving his lane. Ziggs is near this J4 though, and that is going to be Hamas just focusing fire on Hero. But again, no casualties for both teams. They're almost at the 8-minute mark. And maybe Team Secret is just waiting for the peak of power for Tetsuri. I mean, they could just peel for this champion. And even though you said this, even though you have the Saddle Shard, even though you have the stuns coming through from Demon Kite, if Tatsuri just jumps his way to your face with the Death Lotus, you kind of have no choice but to say goodbye.
Yeah, 100 to 0 real quick. You even have no time to say goodbye because the burst damage is just too much from Tatsuri. So I think, yeah, as you stated, I think this has a lot of potential. If it's cancelled though, you still have a lot of damage from Tatsuri, even though you don't have the Death Lotus in the form of the daggers, in the form of the Shunpo, that can really just jump you into the backside and deal off massive amounts of damage. And I think the highlight for a Katarina player is really the passive that deals so much damage when you get that passive proccing against the enemy team. So I think that is what the Tatsuri wants in the later fights. And have the Rift Herald summoned from the base to the top side of the map, UCFC is going to be blindsided. Do we pressure in Infernal or do we defend top?
Looks like they're gonna get Inferno. That is gonna be Ham is being caught out. You have the Crystal Barrage coming through from Chewy. At the very least, ultimates have been used. You have 4 members of UCFC. Their third side. Tatsuri is already poking this dragon. Team Secret could go with the sneaky plays. Renekton is also trying to keep the gates closed. That is maybe the flag is not connecting, but here comes Trevor with assault and battery connecting onto this hero. Nami gets taken down. Tatsuri being able to get the first kill. That is the B. Yosuke is coming through from James. Here comes Yosuke, but but now you have the Cataclysm coming through. Katarina does say goodbye. It is going to be a 2-1 in favor of Team Secret. Bombs are being thrown out by Dragon. No other kill, and Team Secret will be able to have the Infernal Drake themselves. Serenzi does something. Taunts will connect. Blue Team's turret has been taken, and now you have the knockup. Pusher Barrage being popped again. James down to the last bar of his health. Blue Team has taken Infernal Drake. Here comes Nacho, but here comes Trevor with a dash in. Ezreal does get bursted down. Dragon coming in with the kites. Here comes Hero. Here comes Tidal Wave. Here comes Renzi as well. TPs are gonna come through. Renekton being bursted down. You have the Aqua Prison connecting onto nothing. Here comes Tatsuri jumping in with the Displacement. It's me. Double kill. Triple kill. No. Finish spree. But at the end of the day, that is gonna be Katarina being kited down by this Vayne.
I don't even know how much kills came through for these two teams because they stayed there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to try and get the Infernal Dragon. It's just too much kills, just too much damage coming from these two teams. But Tatsuri, commendable plays. TPing in, getting that cripple kill with a Death Lotus, just too much. I think also Tatsuri needs some nerf. You know what? Next patch, maybe. But regardless, in this stated game, you have the Infernal Dragon ready for Team Secret. So when it comes to the power scaling, they have so much against UCFC. And we have Tatsuri and Chewy in your composition with the Infernal Dragon. This just increases the amount of damage that they have. And we talked about the burst damage potential of a Katarina onto Tatsuri's hands. Having the Infernal Dragon, you have 6% damage bonus. So pretty much, it's just... I don't know what's the harder word for a burst damage. What's the higher word? I don't know. It's a burst damage.
burst damage. 200 IQ plays from Infinity right there. I mean... Burst is already high. Why are we having an English lesson here? Anyway, we have the stuns coming through from Azar. Nazio was not able to tank that damage, but here comes Trevor. Does he have assault and battery? Yes, he does, but he is gonna pop it onto Nazio. Here comes the Blacky Dark Connect. You have the Yoshi Enters there as well. Nazio saying goodbye. Dragon left at the back line. Meta for the being popped as well. J4 saying goodbye. Tank coming through from Nami. So well as the ebb and flow. Is not connecting, but you have Demon Knights with a demonic knight. He just keeps on jumping in with the tumble, but at the very least, no other members from Team Secret got taken down.
It was a 1-for-2 trade-off in favor of Team Secret. And commendable James Hero's entrance there. He got the 2-man knock-up, enabled them to get the lead. But right now, Team Secret got those kills and got those advantages, now leading them into a 5k gold lead against UCFC Esports. And UCFC is just waiting for Vayne to come up. So I think right now, UCFC needs to play very patient. They need to play passive-aggressive against Team Secret so that Demon Kite can kite out later on and deal those massive amounts of damage against Agayo, against Trevor, maybe against Azar as well, to really just bring down their HP to a T. And I think that is what UCFC needs to do. Wait for the late game, wait for the mid game so that they can scale out and let Demon Kite be a Demon Kite.
You mean a demon that's kiting, right? But yeah,
I guess.
Team Secret, since we already are talking about the Vayne, they need to take out Demon Kite first. Because if you're gonna look back at the previous scrimmage, wait, is there someone being boxed in at the Baron lane side? I guess that's just them going in with the Baron dance. But yes, once Demon Kite is in charge of cleanup duty, it's a nightmare. There's no other way to put it. It's a nightmare. Because you have Vayne for the tumble, the kite's range is very, very long. Also, the damage is obnoxious. Team Secret almost actually got taken down there. I think Demon Kite almost got a double kill. But at the very least, Team Secret was able to back away quickly. Baron is still up. Next Dragon is going to be up in 25 seconds. UCFC, they're focusing on clearing the way. But here comes Tatsuri. Katarina being able to clear out the waves just as quickly.
I mean, that's his potential. The passive just clears out the way very, very quickly. But 10 seconds in, I think clever move from UCFC. You know what? 3-man roam top side, get the clear down so that they have the lane control. But recall in fast seconds in a fast succession because Ocean Drake is going to be much important. If you give it to Team Secret, the sustainability is going to be so much of a disaster situation that UCFC needs to deal with. So they need to get the Ocean Drake as much as possible. Don't give it for free against Team Secret, and I think they're just doing that, hovering bot side for 5-man roam.
Aqua Prison did connect. Both teams are waiting it out. You have Trevor jumping in, Chewy focusing on the Dragon as well. But here comes after that. Yeah, the Aqua Prison though. Here comes the Shabrowse coming through from Ezreal. Blue team being able to get the Ocean Dragon. Yeah, one team CC's carries me going over Demon Kite. You have that Lotus Master being taken down. Vayne is by, so you have Shunpo coming in from the Turi, and he was able to jump right at Hero's face. Double kill going over to the ADC. Zig saying goodbye. Nami being Sushi. A shot down on this Vayne, and that is gonna be a 4-1 in the favor of Team Secret. They can even get Baron at this point, but still, Renzi still has Smite, so they have to be careful.
Right, they have the 4 kills. They will go immediately onto the Baron Nashor because they have the numbers advantage.
Oh, that is ridiculously going over to Tatsuyama. Again, this dude, pentakill machine. Red team A's in favor of the men in blue, and a Baron to beat. More advantages, more buffs going over to their side, plus a Rift Scuttler.
So much damage. Team Secret coming in to the game number 2, showing us what's real. Now, we have the Wits End though from the Vayne already. So I think this is sort of the defensive route that Vayne wants to go for because Katarina has just so much damage in this game. And Wits End will give you the magic resistance, which means gives you extra sustainability, extra defensive capabilities later on when it comes to Tatsuri wants to go for the assassination onto him. And on top of all that, you have extra magic damage for each hit you deal. And I think this is where UCFC wants to go for. Demon Kite wants to have the sustainability, but on top of all that, still have the damage output that can support his teammates when it comes to the damage category in those particular team fights. But Team Secret though, having the Baron Nashor onto all 5 members can now pressure in every single lane. Now UCFC is on sort of the consensus. What are we supposed to do? Are we going to leave our lanes open and focus on one lane to punish that? Or just go for the manpower divide so that we can defend every single one?
Suri jumping in with the Death Lotus, but here comes the mark coming through from Nasio. You also have Hamas jumping in. Nasio was forced to use a flash there, but at the very least, UCFC knows there is no more Death Lotus. Katarina, tidal wave coming through. Kilisme going over to Ezreal. One champion down for UCFC. Here comes Azar. He just jumped in, also popping in with a dominance, but Randy jumping in. I thought he was gonna get a revenge kill there, but Baron buff minions are pouring onto UCFC's base. The last turret is still up. Will it fall down? Flag and drag. That's a lot of damage being tanked by Randy, but Team Secret, they do not want to overstay their welcome. They're just gonna take a step back and leave the minions to clear UCFC's minions.
Right, and having those 2 inhibitor turrets is just so worth it for Team Secret at the moment. Because if you're looking at the turrets, UCFC has none at all. So even if they win an ace, even if they win 2 aces for their team, they cannot finish the game. And now Team Secret is pressuring in.
Sean's gonna come through. The stun is there as well. Rally saying goodbye. -1 champion for UCFC and the Team Secret. They could just keep on going in with the pressure. Tatsuri's looking at the sides. James being stunned by Vayne's stuns. So that is gonna be this explosive mindful being played as well. Nasio trying to look for a target. Last turret taking down. Telegraph being popped, connecting on the 3, but here comes the pull coming through from Nasio. You have the opposition connecting. Trevor, he does have GA, but it did get popped. Now you have Hero's entrance being used by James. Team Secret there, they're gonna take another step back because the defense from UCFC is so good at this point.
Here's the thing. Team Secret is just waiting for the next objective. If they get it, it's done. It's over. It's finished. Whatever you have the description of an end, that is what Team Secret is doing. Because Elder Dragon will come up in 10 and Baron Nashor will come up in 20. They get that, it's pretty much a GG. We're going straight to game 3. And I think the only thing that UCFC can do right now is to get the Baron and get the Ace with every single one of them alive to get all the turrets potentially into the mid lane or in the bot lane, and the lane control needs to be on with them. And this is all the categories that they need to check in if they want to win this game.
Frenzy just looking, trying to get vision for the team that is gonna be the Drake already available. Both teams would want to get their hands on that. Two-shot barrage being popped, kites coming through from Vayne, Trevor, and looking at the sides, you have Dragon placing himself at the back line, Thunderbird coming through, Mega Inferno bomb being popped as well, and that is gonna be UCFC being popped like a pimple. Double kill going over to Katarina. Maybe an triple kill. Are we gonna be seeing another pentakill? Dragon forced to hide this one out, but he does get spotted. Ezreal being bursted down, and
Top
Dragon
bot
does
lane.
become golden, but it is not gonna be enough. Tatsuri alongside James storming at the base of the UCFC. Tatsuri jumping in, popping in with the Death Lotus as well, and it is gonna be a red team ace. Team Secret being able to push the series to a game number 3.
What a series so far. What a game start for a